Disability justice is a framework designed by the performance group named Sins Invalid to give community members a structure to ground their work in. The following is a collection of art from disabled artists that embody each of their 10 principles.
Untitled by Ibrahim Nubani, 2006. This piece embodies the first principle of disability justice, intersectionality, which calls to the idea that people with disabilities have multiple identities and their experiences are shaped by race, gender, class, and so much more. Nubani illustrates his intersectional experience as a person with schizophrenia and expresses his prison-like state not only internally in his mind, but also externally as a Palestinian living in Israel. The second principle of disability rights leadership of the most impacted voices the importance of having movement led by those who know well the flaws of the system because it has harmed them the most. Oteri created the Disability Beauty series with the intention of representing the diversity of people with disabilities. Kate Davidson was one of the influential leaders who advocated for disability and LGBTQ+ rights by coining the hashtag disability solidarity. Anti-capitalist politics is embodied in the Siesta Negras project, an installation of beautifully decorated beds that addresses a sleep gap, as people of color are 5 times more likely to experience sleep loss-related disabilities compared to white people, which further perpetuates the wealth inequality in America. This installation honors the principle that persons with disabilities do not exist to be used and abused for profit. The Black Disabled Lives Matter mural project honors the fourth principle, cross-movement solidarity, which refers to the active role the disability justice movement has in other social justice issues in order to shift how other movements contextualize disability and ableism. This piece honors the lives lost of disabled Black people to police brutality and stands as a symbol of solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. This performance accurately represents the fifth disability justice principle, recognizing wholeness, by regarding persons with disabilities holistically, with rich and full lives that are not undermined by society's expectations. This performance showcases 3 disabled artists as they symbiotically move through dance, props, and stunts. The production displays the lives of disabled people through their past, present, and future, validating the completeness of their lives, irrespective of society's views.
Photographer Anthony Tussler's black and white photos from the disability rights movement exemplify the 6th principle of disability justice, sustainability. Tussler's photos show how the fight for disability justice is a process that takes patience and dedication. UCLA's 2023 Dancing Disability Lab showed their commitment towards cross-disability solidarity in a collection of workshops and choreographed dance. 10 dancers with a variety of disabilities expressed their understanding of community and collectivism. The dancers incorporated several mobility aids such as canes, chairs, and walkers, as well as integrating ASL and audio description into their production. The principle of interdependence implies that people with disabilities not only depend heavily on state solutions and government attention, but also depend on each other. Painter Rachel Ungerer relies heavily on the city bus and needs to sit down as her disability prevents her from holding her own weight. Rachel's painting depicts her struggle on the bus when people don't acknowledge her disability. Individuals with multiple minority realities provide a unique and nuanced perspective to the conversation. Latinx artist Naomi Ortiz expresses her unique perspective as a disabled mestiza who grew up in Tucson, Arizona on the Mexican-American border. Ortiz's work tackles social justice topics such as ableism, racism, and queerphobia, with an emphasis on self-care as well as a connection to the non-human world. The principle of collective liberation implies that only as a collective can the disabled community be heard, make action, and create change for better lives. Disabled artist Bill Bruckner expresses his understanding of this fundamental concept through his art, where he paints his many disabled friends and colleagues. Through his artwork, Bruckner displays the ordinary, not heroic, dignity, humanity, and self-respect. Bruckner paints his friends as regular individuals that have curiosity and passion for life that exists outside of the disabled aspect of their identity.